I saw a news story the other day about a kid in California who found some illegal fireworks, or found a large illegal firework, and picked it up. Him and his friend went to light it, and it blew up in his hands. In other words, he was doing typical teenage boy stuff. His hands are now mangled for life. He's in the hospital. The mother's mad about, these illegal fireworks. I don't blame her. And one cops cracked down on it, which I think they're probably trying, but there's a lot of things going on, and she lives in the LA area, and, there's a lot of stuff going on there that they have to deal with. But my issue is not with the cops, it's not with any of that. Let me start out by saying this. As a former teenage boy, I remember what it's like to be a teenage boy. Okay? And it's only by the grace of God Himself that I have all my digits. I have all my fingers, toes, both my eyes, ears, everything. Because I did some crazy, stupid things as a teenage boy. I'm going to pass this guy. So, I remember what it's like. Now, the mother's upset. I don't blame her. The boy's friend, he had some minor injuries, nothing as bad as this kid. Apparently when he went to light it just went off right in his hands. Anyway, the reason why I'm talking about this is I read the comments and everybody's busting on the mother. Well, we all know what the truth is. She bought it for him. Or why don't you watch your kids a little bit? Or why don't you teach your kids not to pick things up that they shouldn't pick up, that are dangerous? And I'm thinking, have you never had kids? Have you never been a kid? Are you serious? He's a teenage boy. What is she supposed to do? Lock him in his room until he's 18? I mean, the narcissism that is dripping from these people is just disgusting. Teenagers, especially teenage boys, do risky things. That's what they do. Because as men, depending on your amount of, testosterone, as men we do risky things, right? They explore new worlds. They go to the bottom of the ocean. They go into space. Man, I'm not saying women never do these things, but the majority of it's men. That's what we do. So as a teenage boy, you see something interesting. Oh, that's cool. And you pick it up, knowing there's an element of danger to it. Because you're a teenage boy. But social media has turned us all into a bunch of narcissistic, passive-aggressive Karens. By the way, I'm on the Alaska Highway in Yukon, just for reference. We're all a bunch of narcissistic, passive-aggressive Karens that we're just so quick to tear someone down that we don't even know. We don't even know this woman. Maybe she's a good mother, maybe she's not. I've heard other people talk about, people who do something bad or wrong. They say, well, obviously their parents didn't train them right, didn't teach them right. How do you know? There are people who who've had great parents who did their best to raise their kid, and it's just not going to happen. I know people like that. I know people like that. Parents are good upstanding people. Don't do drugs or anything like that. Kid grows up, falls in with the wrong crowd. Next thing you know, they're on dope and they're doing stupid stuff. Is it the parents' fault? It's not the parents' fault. I mean, sometimes it can be, but not all the time. But here come the narcissistic Karens in the comments section when there's a story on social media about how the parents are a piece of crap. They don't know the parents. But that's not going to stop them. Because they're perfect. And they can't wait to jump on there. You know, they can't wait to jump on there. And tear the person down. I saw another video, or it wasn't a video, it was a article online about this Catholic, he wasn't a priest, obviously, he was married. But he was a Catholic gentleman talking about his wife and how much he loves his wife. They'd been married, like, I mean, he was elderly. And he's talking about, you know, it doesn't matter. Your wife's going to get wrinkles. She's not going to look as beautiful as the day you married her, physically. He said, but because you love her, she's always going to be beautiful. So my wife's always beautiful to me. It doesn't matter. And I thought that's a beautiful statement. And he talked about she's as beautiful as the crucifix. You know, she's the bride of Christ. And you know, he talked about Jesus and all that. You know, the church. And it was a beautiful thing. He was linking that with the love of Christ. You know. And of course, somebody had to automatically jump in there. Well, he's a Catholic, therefore everything he says is probably a lie, and he's a demon. And I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you? Excuse my language. Look, you could disagree with his denominational choice. And personally, I'm not a Protestant nor am I a Catholic. I'm a Christian. That's it. I'm a follower of Jesus Christ. So I have no dog in that fight, except I'll accept anyone's faith in Christ. You know, whether they're a Protestant or a Catholic. But we're just so quick to jump in comment sections and tear each other down. And I'm sure I've probably done it too. And I shouldn't. Like, this guy didn't know this other guy. Should he be praying to Mary? No. I don't know if he does. Maybe he does. He's Catholic. But then again, should a Protestant be attending Kenneth Copeland's church? When Kenneth Copeland says you got to give him money to get to heaven? No. Does that mean this guy's doing that? I don't know. I don't know if the Catholic's praying to Mary. I don't know if this Protestant is sending money to Kenneth Copeland or sitting in a church that's being pastored by a woman. I don't know. And because I don't know, I'm not going to say it. Imagine that. Imagine being able to say, I don't know. Narcissism. No one can say, I don't know anymore. Or no one can say, I don't know this woman. I'll take her at her word until she proves otherwise. She seems to be upset and wants something done about illegal fireworks, which makes me think, yeah, she probably didn't buy them. It's probably like she said, they were out, kids walking around the neighborhood, and they found them. Perfectly plausible. I mean, like I said, some of the stuff we did as kids, holy crap. It's amazing I'm alive today. a terrible wretch. I ask God every day to forgive me, and you know, I'm thankful that He even acknowledges my presence, as big of a wretch as I am. I truly try not to be a narcissist about things. I mean, you know, I'm only human like everyone else. I'm not perfect. But I try. Before I comment on something, I think, okay, is this comment necessary, number one? Maybe I should just scroll on past. Or maybe I should wait and temper that comment. Or why even comment at all? Excuse me, why even comment at all? What good does it do? It just starts an argument with somebody that I don't even know. So why even make a comment? If I think that the person posting it is reading the comments and it's something like that, you know, if the lady herself would have posted that, I made a comment and said, you know, I pray your son, you know, I pray healing for your son, you know, and I hope that they can find whoever is selling these illegal fireworks. And that would be it. But she wasn't even the one posting it. It was a news article. So why even bother? No one cares what I have to say. It's going to tick somebody off anyway. We just think the whole world wants to know what we think about something. Because we're all narcissists, lovers of ourselves. Isn't that what it said is going to be happening in the last days? We're going to become lovers of ourselves. Boy, is that not an accurate statement when you look around in today's society? Anyway, that's all I have for today. God bless. We'll see you again next time.